Hi, I'm Larissa Schwantner with Selling Power here at the Sales 2.0 conference in Boston, and I am chatting with Tom Scontras, who's the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Glance. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having us here in Boston. I know it's your hometown.
It is. Hometown of Glance Networks and the world champion Boston Bruins, if you hadn't heard.
Go Bruins, I saw the parade. But aside from all of that excitement, what are some of the things that people are talking about here at today's conference? What is hot and relevant right now?
You know, it's interesting. I think the biggest thing that I hear trending is sort of this emergence of social networks or business networks like, Focus or LinkedIn groups and that sort of thing, and how people don't necessarily have to come directly to you in order to have a conversation to get answers to problems that they may have. Instead, they can go to a third party sort of out there, as a virtual peer group, if you will, and have stimulating conversation there, and then turn to us as sales professionals and marketers to understand how we might resolve those problems.
That's great. So in terms of Glance, what are you guys doing to specifically help with solving those problems?
That's a good question. When you think about the world that way, the world has evolved from sort of a series of planned events. So previously we used a term called a sales process, where I would say, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, and maybe step 2 was try to get a meeting, for example. We were more of a controller of the content and when that content went out the door. So we would schedule meetings and we would get the allotment of time we needed. Well, today, given the influence of social networks and business networks, we don't always control people's schedules. So essentially what has happened is everything's gotten turned on its side. So instead of calling them selling cycles, we refer to them as buying cycles or buying process. So what Glance does is we're not really, although we can be used for pre-planned meetings that happen in hours or 2 hours at a time, we're really more for an impromptu conversation where a rep needs to demonstrate some type of solution, whether that be software, PowerPoint, or whatever it may be. We essentially have a very simple screen sharing tool that within a click, it always guarantees the guest, in our case, joins in less than 5 seconds. So it stimulates that conversation, just sets up and gets out of the way. And so anyway, that's a little bit about what we do.
Well, it's definitely an exciting time for sales and for marketing. And
it is.
Glance is a very cool tool and very interesting piece of the Sales 2.0 puzzle. So congratulations on your announcement. Awesome.
Thank you very much. Sales 2.0 is also a very cool conference, and I would suggest that anybody who happens to view this definitely make sure they contact Larissa here, because it's a great venue, and those conversations we've had not only here in Boston but also in San Francisco, it's amazing what they've done for our pipeline, and really have stimulated some incredible Glance sales for us and revenues that I don't think otherwise we would have come across. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.